Happy birthday to you. Enstoa is 10 years old. Enstoa was born on July 24th, 2007. But what is Enstoa? We get asked this question all the time. You can think of it in two parts, En, Stoa. But what is a stoa? It's that building structure where the ancient Greeks used to gather. They solved complex problems. The Stoics, a philosophical sect, got their name because they met in the Stoa. It's that like long, narrow building with columns all on one side. And that's what we've been doing these past 10 years, to become a Stoa, to solve complex problems, to come together with different people and diversity of thought. And Stoa. You know, I have a couple of stories as we recount the past 10 years. The first was in 2008 when we threw a party at the MoMA. We had no clients. We had just been kicked out of our one and only client in the city. And out went the invites to anyone who could potentially be a client or a team member. And I was in business school at the time, and I brought a lot of my classmates in to fill out the room so it felt like stuffy. And it worked. The next week we had another client, and off we went. I think it was that same year also where we had some snags delivering large-scale digital transformations. And we came up with the 90-day sprint methodology that's been just a core part of how we operate ever since. And you know, we continued to experiment. Many things worked really well, and a lot of things were thrown in the trash can. One of them was in 2012 when we tried to enter the accreditation space. We were going to provide tools and software to provide standards for accreditations to overseas and colleges and universities. We canned it. We stayed focused on capital projects. It was around that time also where our bootstrapping was super intense. We were around 5 to 8 days cash on hand for several consecutive quarters, and I can remember many day trips from New York to California where one of our major partners was headquartered, and I would go have to collect a check on an airplane, collect the check, back to SFO, back to JFK, deposit check, make payroll, everybody's happy. But it was working. You know, in 2011, we made Inc. 5000, and this is a really hard list to make. The hurdle is very high. But we did it in 2011. We were so stoked. And we've done it for 6 consecutive years. That's a hard list to make, and it's really hard to stay on it consecutively. And we've grown internationally. From our headquarters in New York City, we went outside to England. And from England to Brisbane, Australia, we followed the commodities boom that was in play down under. Then to Bahrain, more recently to the subcontinent in Bengaluru, and most recently in China. So over the years, we've had an opportunity to work with great people, amazing clients, amazing partners. We've developed a lot of capability. And it really represents in these 3 differentiators: the data that we've accumulated over the years that we use day in and day out in our digital transformation engagements, our unmatched expertise where we've been able to merge together the management consulting practice with the digital practice, or the strategy and consulting with the digital, to have a one-stop shop offering. And then that nimble approach, just like with the 90-day sprint, constant providing product at a constant cadence and clip. So it's been a great 10 years, and the future's bright. We're so excited. Happy birthday to you.